What is up? RPG Fantasy Sports Report. We're going week 4. I'm RPG. Ron Burgundy at the mall tonight. So I've got Lucy will be my co-host. We're going week 4 here. Next week, 6 teams on a bye. Thank God that's not this week. Hopefully some of these injuries that you're going to hear about here have subsided, because once again, there's just a myriad of injuries. Quarterback, Tony Romo, Mike Vick, both look like they're going to play. If Romo could gut it out through last week, he's going to be good. Vic's going to play, but he hasn't finished 2 of the 3 games he started. So obviously you've got to start him. It's not his throwing hand. But Vic owners got to be scrambling a little bit. 2 games in a row, not finishing. Running back, AP, he's got a calf injury. Don't worry about it. Should blow Kansas City up. Felix Jones ran well, re-injured himself. He's supposed to be good. Steven Jackson, limited this week. Did run a little bit in the game last week. I think he plays. Arian Foster, supposedly healed. If you're a Foster owner, you're of course a little scared. I think he gets 15 carries. Not going to get a full complement, but if it's 15, it should be good. Does have a bad matchup against the Steelers, who haven't been that dominant this year, but when you've got coming back from a hamstring injury and you get to face the Steelers, it's tough, but he should play. Who knows if he'll finish? Questionable people, Frank Gore, man, who knows? Bad ankle, bad team, bad offense. Beanie Wells, according to it's Thursday night, Wisenhunt is thinking good things that he is going to play. But you know hamstrings are real tough, and Beanie isn't exactly durable. So monitor that situation closely. 2 late ones as of Thursday night. Ryan Matthews hasn't practiced this week. He's going to try to get a full practice on Friday. If he doesn't, I'd worry about him a little bit. I had him originally in my rankings in like the top 7. I moved him down just a tad. And Daniel Thomas, the rookie from Miami, has looked real good the last 2 days. Tweaked a hamstring. I don't know anything else about it. Make sure he practices tomorrow. You obviously want to lower him a little bit. I had him high as well. Reggie Bush could see a couple more carries. Not that that matters. Ryan Grant, bruised kidney. Probably not going to play. You can hold him out. Makes James Starks a good play. At receiver, Mike Wallace, Manningham, Macklin, all should play. Wallace is fine with ribs. Manningham coming back from concussion, but played against Arizona. Insert him into your lineups. And Macklin, hamstring injury. He may be a little bit limited, but he has practice. I think he'll play. I don't know how great he'll be. When you look at my rankings, he's somewhere in the mid-20s. Some receivers that came up, Hakeem Nicks, bum knee again, says he's going to definitely play. Nicks is another guy that's always injured, and he hasn't looked like he's himself the last couple games. Des Bryant, he hasn't looked like himself. Didn't look like himself the other night. They've got a bye next week, Dallas says. I think he comes back in week 6, like with Austin, fully loaded. He's questionable. He should play, but don't expect great numbers. And then Vincent Jackson, abdomen problem. I heard a little bit about it the last couple weeks, but now he hasn't practiced yet. It's worth monitoring. Of course, they're going to play a late game. I think he'll probably play, but you got to watch it. And then a couple guys coming back from injury, Amendola and Colston. They both said they're going to play. They're healing quickly. However, I wouldn't play either one of them this week, even if they're active. They'll have limited snaps at best. And tight end, Antonio Gates, I don't think he plays this week. I'm glad I don't own him. Have fun, Gates owners. And Aaron Hernandez, sprained MCL. Trying to get him to come back. I think he sits at least one more week, but if he plays, he might be your best tight end. So, ton of injuries. New little thing I'm going to do this week. If you go to ESPN and you look at the cumulative rankings, there's 4 guys ranking. You know them all, Matthew Berry and the crew. They have an average ranking position, based on the cumulative totals. I've got some guys that they've ranked that I think they're underranked and they're overranked. In terms of the underranked guys, they have Big Ben at 15. I got him at 9 in my rankings this week. I like him a little bit better than they got him ranked. James Stark sitting around the 28 range in ESPN. I have him around 23 in my rankings, especially with Grant not playing. I like him this week in a game that Green Bay should get up pretty early. Mike Tolbert, I just wrote that down because of the Matthews injury. They've got him around the mid-30s. I've got him at 27. At receivers, I've got 3 receivers. They've got right around 23, 24. Percy Harvin, Brandon Lloyd, Mario Manningham. I like all of them compared to where the rankings are. I've got them 15, 16, 17 in my rankings. Harvin, this has got to be the week for him. It's not his fault. Not enough snaps, and the last week he got sick. They are going to target him. They have to. I think he has a big week. Otherwise, I'm going to start putting him down the rankings. Brandon Lloyd, coming back from a groin last week. I think they're going to need the passes to keep with Green Bay. And Mario Manningham. I don't usually like guys coming back from concussions unless they're playing the Arizona Cardinals defense. So I like him this week. And at a tight end, they've got Jared Cook at 24. No Kenny Britt. Nate Washington's got to go up against Joe Hayden, who is a good corner. I think Jared Cook's going to line up wide. I think he'll be more involved. I'm not saying start him over, Tony Gonzalez, but what I am saying is that I think he's better than the 24 ranking he's got from ESPN. A couple guys that I think ESPN has overranked on average. Joe Flacco, they got him around 15. I don't like Joe at all this week against what's going to be a pissed Jets defense that got embarrassed last weekend. I don't know. Flacco has a good week, then he has a bad week, then he has a good week. I think he's due for a bad week this week. Javan Best, they got him at 14. I got him at 21. Dallas stops the run. Unless Best can break one of the screen pass, which he's totally capable of doing, I don't really like him that much. Sean Green, they've got him at 26. I've got him at 31. Not a big difference. I just want to stay away from him and just want to mention him one more time like I did last week. Ryan Grant, they got at 29. I don't even have him ranked because I don't think he's going to play. Nate Washington at receiver, they've got him at 25. I got him at 30. Again, not a big difference, but everybody's really liking him this week because of Britt. But Joe Hayden completely shut down Brandon Marshall last week. I'm just saying he's a good cornerback. He's not Darrelle Revis, but he's pretty good. Sidney Rice, they've got him at 28. I got him at 37. Don't overestimate his numbers last week. Tavares Jackson's going to throw a ton to him. I agree. But Atlanta is not the Arizona defense, and that is partially why he got such great stats last week. And one last one, Thomas Jones. They got him at 36. I barely got him ranked at 45. He's going to start. Kansas City's just not good. And McCluster is the runner that I want there. I mean, Thomas Jones will, he'll get the goal line carries, but will Kansas City get to the goal line? Minnesota isn't exactly the defense they used to be, but they'll stop the run. Thomas Jones is too slow. I don't like him at all. So, again, you can check my rankings out. www.rpgfantasysportsdoc, that's doc.com. Check all the rankings out. You can take a swing on yourself and see who you want to start, who you want to sit. It's up to you, of course. A couple deep sleepers. I mean, I guess they're not deep sleepers, but a couple guys I like this week. Titus Young, Antonio Brown. Titus Young is sort of making a name for himself. Stafford likes him. I know he's young. He's a rookie. But I wouldn't be surprised at some point if he passes Burleson. And they pass so much, even if he doesn't. No buys yet. Not a ton of injuries with receivers. So you're probably not going to start him. But if you're in a deep league that starts 3 receivers or 3 receivers in a flex, he's worth taking a look at. And Antonio Brown, why not? I think Pittsburgh's going to throw it a lot against Houston. Him and Emmanuel Sanders are sort of the same, but Brown is getting a little bit more play. He's the second receiver behind Mike Wallace. Hines Ward is a shell of himself. He's going to catch like 12 balls all year. So those are some deep sleepers. Good luck in week 4. Ron Burgundy will be back next week. No more Maul for him. RPG. Lucy's down there. Enjoy week 4.